Hey everybody, a man that I started off hating and despising, prior to that admiring, and then later being in the same room as and having him tell me to get out of the room, passed away today at the age of 89 years old. His name is John Robinson. John Robinson is a legendary coach of the University of Southern California Trojans football team. And John Robinson was a person who was such a part of my life because I watched sports on television that there was a time when it seemed every New Year's Eve I expected to see him in USC. That's the kind of product that John Robinson put on the field, and that reflects the number of championships, the number of if you think about it, first Pac-10 championships that John Robinson's earned for Southern Cal, as we call it. And it also reflects the simplicity of coaching and the system that he put in, his ability to communicate what he wanted his players to do effectively, otherwise they wouldn't have done it. And just the sheer domination that he had over football in the West Coast on the college level for a long, long time, talking about John Robinson. John Robinson, who was 89 years old today when he passed away, sadly was born in Chicago. He racked up a heck of a record with Southern Cal. First of all, he started off as a coach at Oregon, then went to USC as offensive coordinator until 74. And then he was with the Raiders and Al Davis, running backs coach for a year. Then went to USC as head coach from 76 to 82. And then the Rams from 83 to 91. Then back to USC, 93 to 97 as head coach. Then UNLV. And then San Marcos High School as defensive coordinator. And but at USC, he went on a stretch where he won 31 games, lost 3 and tied 2, winning 3 Pac-8 conference titles and appearing in 3 Rose Bowls, winning 2 of them with a pair of national championships along the way. And then he came back to USC, okay? And his record as head coach was 67, 14, and 2 over 7 seasons. Not bad. He won the Rose Bowl in 77, 79, and 80. And they earned the national championship in 79. So, and then he went to broadcasting, and then he returned to the sidelines in 93 with his second stint, and he didn't have a losing season. He was 37-21. It wasn't quite the same. And he didn't have the greatest record against Notre Dame, and that led to his ouster, unfortunately. But John Robinson, I was always the symbol of USC, one of the symbols when I think of LA. And I'll show you to what degree I realized that was the case. I was in Newport Beach in Southern California for Irrelevant Week. That's where, the Mr. Relevant is given his party and parade in Newport Beach and Party on the Beach, which I went to, and you can see here at Zenny62 YouTube. And then I went with my friend Julia, and we went to an incredible dinner around the Mr. Relevant, but it was more than Irrelevant Week. It was also kind of a USC reunion. I had no idea what I was getting into. I mean, of course, it was my friend Lee Steinberg who was there to present the fake contract to the Mr. Relevant person. But it was more of a celebration of USC players. It was how it got that way, I still don't know, but it was. And here I am at the back at the table with Julia. Great company, beautiful lady, great friend. But I'm hearing all this USC chatter, and I'm a Cal guy, alumni board for 7 years, driving me nuts. I'm sitting there in silence. And finally, I had had enough of it. And I yelled, now, mind you, there were about 300 people in the room. I would say, yeah, 300 people in the room. We're at the back. And I'm thinking, okay, how much of this do I really want to deal with? What, to what extent do I want to put up with this? And do I want to embarrass my friend? Do I want to put Julie in this position where everybody's looking at us and everything else? And, I thought about it, and we were watching what was going on, Julie and I, and Julie is Julie Bueller, by the way, who is the first woman to have her own radio show in American history. But anyway, and I was on it. But at any rate, I'm listening to this, and finally I just got tired, and I said, "Go Bears!" I mean, real loud. Now, the MC of the event happened to be none other than John Robinson. Yeah, John Robinson. And John turned 3 shades of red. I mean, he was from a distance. I mean, he was looked like Caesar, Caesar on the dais, right? Corey says tonight McVay will tie Dot Robinson as the Rams' all-time regular season wins. Wow, that's true. Thanks for that. But anyway, Robinson's on the dais, and he said, and I quote, "Who the fuck said that?" And I said, "I did." I stood up too. He said, "Get the fuck out of here." Oh, man. We didn't. I mean, everybody was in that room too. I mean, just legends. It was USC Legends Night, right? So if there was any time for me to be thrown out of a room, it was that time. And if it was ever a time to be around folks who could actually do it, it was those guys. But that didn't happen. That was funny. And such was the rivalry between the schools, between Cal and Stanford, USC and UCLA, and USC and Cal, and UCLA and Cal. And it's, even though Cal is doing really well, I think, in terms of exposure by being in the ACC, there's nothing like having the Pac-8, Pac-10, Pac-12. There's nothing like having us together. It's part of life in the West. It's what you should experience. And it's great to see Cal traveling here and there, going to Wake Forest and winning, going to Auburn and winning, and everything else, right? But there's nothing like the home folks. There's nothing like the folks in your region. And John Robinson was very much a part of that. A lot of great times, friendly rivalries. I remember when my father passed away, and I was in Chicago to lay him to rest, and I wanted to go to Mike Ditka's to have a cigar and celebrate my father. And now, mind you, it didn't occur to me at that time that, although I knew it, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time, that USC was coming to town to play Notre Dame. That's in South Bend, which is 2.5 hour drive from Chicago. And so I'm here at Mike Ditka's, and I looked up and I saw on television, an announcement about the game. And as I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking, here I am, a Cal guy in the middle of all this, but there's nobody here. As I had that thought, the door opened, the entryway, and these 4 people from SC came in, and I yelled, "Go Bears!" I said, like John Robinson, "What are you doing here?" Like they knew me, right? But in a sense, even though they didn't know me directly or personally, they saw that I was wearing a Cal shirt, and they bought me drinks too, so I was having cocktails. They don't drink alcohol anymore. But they're buying me drinks to in honor of my father who passed on. And that's the way it ought to be, okay? So, I'm sad to announce that John Robinson's left us. A lot of memories, a lot of fun. And to that I say, John Robinson will never be forgotten. And add respect for my USC friends. Fight on. And also, go Bears. Let's see you.